back. We're so back, baby. Welcome to our first official episode of the Main Character Pod.
We are back.
We are back. We're so back, baby. What is the Main Character Pod? I feel like we haven't given a whole disclaimer of what it is, why we're doing this, and who's here. Who are you? Who am I?
Okay, so the Main Character Pod is for the girls that know they are the main characters in their life.
Period.
They are unfiltered, they are unhinged, and at times they crash out because they don't give a fuck about what other people think about them.
The only role you play in life is lead.
Yes.
Everyone else, side characters, props. if anything.
Exactly. And it's also like, she's like hyper feminine, but then sometimes she has to pull her dick out and be like, you know what? You're not actually gonna fucking talk to me like that.
I think everybody's been asking, when is the podcast going to release or when is the full length going to come? Why have we been going the route of social media clips?
Well, we are both predominantly TikTok creators and we love short form videos. And like, let's be honest, the Gen Z's millennial attention span isn't that great. So we're like, all right, let's test the waters. Let's tease it, like get everyone a little wet, if you will. And we also wanted to make sure that when we drop a long form episode, it's quality content.
And we honestly just wanted to see our chemistry, what topics you guys were interested in, and the feedback has been amazing. I mean, there's some losers.
The chemistry's there. We were scissoring like last night already.
Literally.
Literally. So
I can't go one day without being like, I haven't talked to Jasleen because I'm so attached to her now. It's like separation anxiety.
She's in my dreams every day.
Yes, the wet ones, hopefully. No, but I feel like the comments and people responding has been so amazing. We have the girlies who get it because this podcast is for the girls, by the girls.
Yeah.
But then we have the losers who don't get it, the men, the insecure men.
The incels.
I think we're getting a lot of troll comments too, but our energy replying to them has been so funny.
You know what? Someone DM me today, if you're not getting haters, you're not doing it right. So that just means we're doing our fucking job. And if you can hate, like we're just girls. I'm just a girl at the end of the day. So if you can hate on the two most cutesy little girls on the internet, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Honestly.
Trevor.
User 4560, no picture.
And it's never picture. Like, say it with your chest.
The funniest comment that I feel like I get is, you're a dumb girl. Like, I'm such a dumb girl.
Yeah, I am.
I'm such a dumb girl. I close 5-figure deals from 30-second TikTok. So dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb.
But also, it's like, yeah, I'm dumb, but I'm also smart.
Exactly. I think the thing that people don't understand is, okay, we put the STEM content or the STEM piece out, and everyone's like, you don't understand what STEM is? You don't know? No, I don't. And it took a second to figure it out.
Also, like, education was a good guess. Like, how the fuck was I supposed to know?
Economics was closer than education.
Yeah, economics was closer than education. But it's like, also, why can't we just be ourselves? Like, we're a little bit stupid and we're a little bit smart because, like, when I'm talking to my husband behind the scenes, we are closing business deals.
Business.
Baby, I own businesses, okay?
You know what's funny, though, between us? You said education, and I was like, yeah, it's the blind leading the blind with us.
I just laughed because you said education. Like, I feel like that's how my mom would say it.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, we need to prioritize your education.
How do you say it?
Education.
Education.
Yeah, no, you got it. You got it. You got it.
Wait, were there other words growing up that you said weird because of your parents? Because I definitely said some things very interestingly.
I feel like calendar.
What's the calendar?
Emergency.
Okay, emergency, yes. Emergency was a thing. Schedule.
Specs.
It was hard because growing up and stuff, I would mix it in school. And so I would say something and people would just look at me and laugh. During popcorn reading was the worst.
Because you feel the pressure.
Did you used to read ahead and stuff just to make sure you didn't pronounce anything wrong?
Exactly. Like, I'm going to practice so, like, I don't look like a fucking idiot when she calls on me.
Okay, we just came back from Paris. The fact that Jasleen flew out to Paris to hang out with me and my husband is honestly iconic.
Iconic, and also it's like, why? We didn't even have to do it.
You know what's so funny? I kept trying to justify, like, we're recording a podcast.
Yeah.
We're doing business.
I could write the whole trip off. It's a write-off now.
Write-off.
The whole trip is a write-off. The Birkin is a write-off.
Write-off.
I used it for content. So, like, everyone, it's fine.
So how is it like just being with your husband for that many days at a time? He's been home, right?
Would I recommend it? No. But, like, I've also been enjoying it. sometimes when your husband is on the road so much, you kind of get used to like that personal space. And I must say, like, I just become lazier like when my husband's around. Like, do you experience that?
Dude, I am a damsel in distress most of the time when my husband's around
Yeah.
because I'm an independent bad bitch. All of a sudden he's there. I can't even get the thing on the top counter. I can't reach it.
I know. And then it's like becomes like,
Can you please get it for me? I'm like, I can't move this box.
Can you rub me? Like, I'm not feeling good. But then it's like when my husband is not here, I'm fucking on it. Like, if I don't feel good, I don't give a fuck. I'm still taking my dog out. I'm still like getting up to do
Doing
the dishes.
shit.
Yeah, I'm doing shit. So it's like my husband, you know how they say your partner's supposed to bring out the best version in you? He brings out like this really undisciplined, unmotivated, lazy version of me. But it's also like the best because we're just like cuddle buddies and we're just rotting together.
Dude,
watching Love Island.
Dude, I was in Europe for 35 days with my husband.
Yo,
Constantly.
35
Constantly.
35
And
is long,
and we lived in a one bedroom hotel room. I thought by the end of it that I was like, I need space or we're gonna get divorced. I cannot do this anymore.
For context, Nehal lives in like a mansion. Like, yeah, she lives with her in-laws, but it's not like it's a big house.
And there's space. And
Yeah.
we've talked about your closet space and your needs. So you understand.
Yes, everyone is very familiar with my closet space issues.
So one of the topics, since we're talking about our husbands, in this podcast, we talk a little shit about our husbands.
Yeah.
We need to talk about the trend happening on TikTok that's called princess treatment or bare minimum, because I know you have
Yes.
thoughts.
I can't wait.
Okay, my first qualm with this entire situation, first of all, why is it called princess treatment versus king treatment? It should be called queen treatment then. The guy version of it is called king treatment.
Yeah, but also, like, wouldn't you rather be a princess than a queen?
I know, but it just doesn't seem leveled.
Yeah, no, because Nehal is very type A, so she needs like the logic in the word. My husband calls me Rani, like as my nickname.
Oh, I love that.
Which is really sweet, and in Hindi, Punjabi means queen. But like, I still kind of prefer the word princess. It's like our like 6-year-old selves like feeling loved, because it's like you grow up watching princess movies and stuff.
No, I agree. Also, that's such a cute nickname. My nickname for my husband is Turdo because he likes calling me a piece of turd. Especially when I wear this outfit. He's like, you look like a fat piece of turd. And like not in a fat way, but like a fat shit.
You know when you're really constipated and then like the next, like say you haven't pooped all day and then the next day like you're pushing so hard and
That's
you're really
me.
concentrating and it's like, not to be too graphic, but the first piece, that's Nehal.
Okay, so princess treatment or bare minimum. Filling your water bottle up every night.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Bare fucking
I
minimum.
try to tell this to my husband and he goes, no, that's princess treatment. No, you have to do it every day or I would leave. Opening your car door.
Bare minimum.
Okay, see, I don't agree with that.
I feel like guys should just be doing that.
So I'm capable. I got 2 hands. I can open my own car door.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
for me, it's like when I feel like I'm in a gown or we're dressed up for date night, it's cute, but not on every day when we're going to go run errands. and
Okay,
stuff.
that's fair because it's like not always practical.
Yeah.
Like usually my husband goes to get the car because we live in New York
Oh,
City.
even better. Get the car for me. Bare minimum.
Sometimes my hands will be full and I'll be like from the car window, I'll be like, hello, but it'll be muffled. Like, your eyes will just go wide. Like, do you not fucking see me standing here?
Okay, that's bare minimum, dude. Buying you flowers just because.
Princess treatment.
Bare minimum.
Really?
Bare minimum.
I feel like I never get flowers except for Valentine's. Oh my God, I didn't even get them for our anniversary.
Fucked up. Fucked up.
Wait, what the fuck?
You just got a massage, a Birkin, all these other things.
Oh my God. As someone wisely pointed out to me, thanks to this TikTok user, she was saying technically, if the year starts at your anniversary, like the Birkin was last year.
So that was last year's gift.
That was last year's gift. So I really didn't get a gift for my anniversary.
You should at least get flowers.
Exactly.
You know that Miley Cyrus song, like, I can buy myself flowers? You can empower yourself and buy yourself some.
Yeah, but it's also like, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it just be nice to come home to a beautiful like bouquet?
Yeah. I feel like just because on like random occasions it's nice, I don't expect it all the time. So maybe it is actually princess treatment if I don't expect it. But I think it should be the bare minimum just because.
Because you live with your in-laws, like where do you put the flowers? Like do they go in like your universal kitchen?
It depends how pretty the flowers are. If the flowers aren't that pretty, they go in the kitchen. If the flowers are pretty, they go in my room.
What are your favorite flowers?
Roses and anything just like bloomy. I don't know. I just like colored.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that is like the most basic description of what a
Okay,
flower.
maybe I don't have favorite
No, I
flowers.
thought because, well, actually, Nehal, I'm kind of disappointed because you identify as Blair Waldorf, and what are Blair Waldorf's favorite flowers?
Oh my God, I'm blanking.
Bitch, peony.
Oh yeah.
You know that.
Oh yeah, I know that, but those are not my favorite flowers.
Okay, fair.
Are they yours? Oh, well, you
No.
don't get flowers. You wouldn't know.
All right, we're recovering.
Okay, next one, paying for when you go out to eat.
Bare
Bare
minimum.
Bare
Okay, bare minimum, but also like a little bit princess because my husband just makes me feel so taken care of. Like it's not even a question.
Yeah.
Where like when we leave the house, I'm like, should I bring my wallet? And he's like, no, I'm your wallet. And he always says that to me.
I feel like for me, sometimes like my husband will spend so much on me, whether it's dinners or going out, that I feel guilty. So I'll be like, coffee's on me, babe. $5 on me.
Coming from your joint bank account.
Yeah, but at least it was the goodness in my heart that got you the coffee.
Yeah.
His whole love language is the small acts of kindness. So the coffee meant a lot to him. Okay? But the $100 dinners, they meant a lot to me.
You know, like the last time I did get my husband a matcha, I like purposely didn't stir it because I wanted him to try like the really, really grassy part. And he was like, ew, what the fuck? And then I was like, okay, just kidding. And I stirred it and it was strawberry matcha. And now that's like started this whole matcha craze with him.
Okay, paying for your parking ticket. Bare minimum. I get like 3.
This feels Nahal specific. I'll actually say princess treatment with that.
What?
Because like, okay, let's say like if you're dating, this was like a thing that you incurred. But like,
But what if I'm going to go see you?
okay, then no.
Then you pay the ticket.
Bare minimum, for sure, bare minimum.
If it's my own fault, like if I was filming this podcast and I get a parking ticket, fine, it's a business expense. So write it off at this point.
No, also that reminds me because like when I started dating with my husband when I was in college though, but he used to pay for my Amtrak's every time, which I thought was sweet.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. So that's like,
Akash is a stand-up man.
yeah, that's like a little
Take notes,
bit,
boys.
a little bit princess, a little bit bare minimum.
Okay, what about giving you the last bite of something yummy?
Princess treatment.
I think princess treatment too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I want him to have the last bite of something yummy.
Oh my God.
I know,
You're
that's
so
the one
giving.
thing. That's the one thing.
Like, why can't I be more like you? I feel like
why do you eat the bite like this? You're like, I want the bite.
Okay, so this is the thing. When you grow up with 2 older siblings, I don't know if your younger sister is like this, but you become a little bit more possessive of food or candy because I feel like my sisters would steal from me. And it kind of like carried over into my adult life where my husband will start eating my fries and I'll be like, okay, slow down, cowboy. Like, listen, I'll be like, all right, just, be careful. Like, I don't know why it like really triggers my alarm bells, like my panic, my anxiety. I'm like, listen, I don't know if I have that much. And then without fail, every single night, half the food is left. And he's like, I hope you were happy. I hope you were happy denying me. And I'm like, have it. He's like, no, it's fucking cold.
I think it is a younger sister thing. Because
Yeah.
my sister's thing also is when she gets a new top, instead of letting me borrow it, she has to wear it for the first time. And when I get a new top, I'm like, sure, you can wear it. I'll wear it some other time. And I'm like, why are you so possessive over this damn top? And she sometimes goes, it's because I've gotten hand-me-downs my entire life. So this is something that's mine. But still, you can let me wear the damn top.
That's also like a 2-sister thing. And also because you guys are like close and similar sizes. And my sisters are so much older than me. So I feel like I got like pushed around a lot. So like,
You're like, my food, mine.
right. So like OCD, it manifests in controlling small things because you can't control like big picture things. So I'm like, my candy. And I'm like keeping it to myself like a crazy person.
Oh my God, I've learned so much about you today. I keep learning. Okay, but access to phones and all passwords, bare minimum.
I feel like I wouldn't put that in those 2 categories, but I feel like it's kind of in a foundation of a relationship, like if you trust the person. Okay, so yeah, then bare minimum.
Okay, I like your analysis of the situation.
Yeah, I gave the intro, summary, conclusion.
And that's on literature, baby.
5-paragraph essay, bitch.
Okay, washing and folding laundry.
King treatment.
King treatment.
Yeah.
Okay, this is controversial, but I feel like for me, it's bare minimum.
Bitch.
I know.
Why are you gonna make me look like that?
For me.
With the ball smell? Really? Nahal?
I have to. I played this game with Nav and I was like, oh, do you think it's bare minimum or king treatment? He's like, I feel like it's bare minimum. And I was like, you know what? It is bare minimum in our relationship.
In
Fuck.
your guys' relationship, yeah.
Yeah, what about
Wait, have you ever fucked up any of his clothes?
No.
You actually look kind of guilty. Like, how
I
did she
swear.
know?
No, okay, so my problem that I do, this is my problem.
Okay.
I'm a chronic spiller. So I borrow a lot of his very expensive like off-white hoodies, his Drake hoodies, and then I end up spilling on them. And then he gets mad at me and he says I can't wear them. So now I've gone into the habit of going to the dry cleaner, getting his hoodie washed, and bringing him back without him knowing.
Wait, that's actually really sweet of you. That's king treatment. But I must say, Nav told us a story like in 2019, because obviously all brown boys are sneakerheads, and he got the turtle dove Yeezys, like
Yeah.
back when like they were still cool and like no one really had them. And I think Nahal threw
Yep,
up.
I threw up on them.
That that's like break up with
And
the
he
bull.
still stayed.
That's like break up with a bull, but look at Nav.
Wait,
We love a supportive king.
have you like broken or ruined any of your designer items? And would you be pissed if Akash did, or no, because he could buy a new one?
No, I would be fucking livid if he did. Actually, I have a funny story. So we were flying to Chicago. This was in 2020. I was so like excited because I got this brand new Away like little pink carry-on.
Oh.
And so Akash was like, if anyone knows my husband, he is the most absent-minded person you've ever met. So he had my carry-on because I had our dog, whatever. We land in Chicago and I'm like, oh my God, like my carry-on, we must have left it on the plane. So we go back, it's not there. I'm like, wait, well, I know we didn't check it. My husband left it like in the Newark airport. Like when he was getting snacks, he just like left it by like some fucking kiosk. And so we flew to Chicago without any of my shit. And I don't think I've ever slept further apart from him on the bed than I ever have before. I like was considering ending my engagement. I was like,
Oh my God.
I was like, I can't. The fact that he could do this to me, like it was like one of the biggest fights we've ever had. And I was sobbing, crying because to be fair, I didn't know I was going to get any of that shit back.
I think that's what makes it worse. If it was just the carry-on, or
Yeah.
for me personally, if it's just a materialistic thing, then it's fine. Whatever,
Yeah.
we could buy a new one. But it's all of your stuff.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
Also, at that time, like, it's not like we were kind of popping like
Yeah.
we are now, where I could kind of be like, okay, well, you know, maybe it's replaceable. Like, those were my prized possessions. And I wasn't getting like purses all the time. So they were like really special to
Yeah.
me. I had like a sweater that my nanny had given me.
Okay, yeah.
So
That would
I
be
was,
pissed.
yeah, so I was like, that's why too. Like, the context is important. Like, I know everyone thinks I'm a brat, and I am, but sometimes I'm a normal human being. So it was just like a really upsetting, but thank God we got it back the next day, because it turns out like the airport is a great place to like just leave something there, because then they think it's a fucking bomb and they have to check it. So it was like in the TSA warehouse and they're like, yeah, here's your fucking bag. Like, there's like, we had to like fucking make sure there was no explosives in this shit.
Dude, the airport is actually the safest place though, but a lot of times they don't find your shit. Like
Yeah.
somebody steals it or something.
Yeah. No, I've actually gotten a bag of mine stolen from my from my check-in when I went to Mexico.
Dude, they always raid Nav's bag. And I feel like it's because he has his protein powder and they think it's cocaine or something. Every single time there's a note on his protein powder.
Like, we
And
searched
I'm like,
for
my
that.
husband is not a drug addict, I promise you. You guys
That's
could try it though. I wonder if they tried it. TSA probably be like, ooh, what's this?
Nahal just told me that her ring is 3 point what?
3.3?
Mine's like 2.6.
Okay, to be fair, when did you get the ring though?
Like 2019.
Okay, that was the beginning of your guys' big stint into career comedy, etc., right?
Yeah.
So you
okay.
could get a 5-year ring upgrade.
I think
next anniversary present.
5-year upgrade. Wait, should we do a vow renewal though for 5 years?
Absolutely. Can I officiate it?
Yay! Okay, wait. I legit want to do my vow renewal in India, because I actually wanted to do my wedding in India, but then like because of COVID and everything,
Yeah.
it like didn't happen. I want to do my wedding in Udaipur, I think,
Oh my
because I've
God.
heard that's like the best like wedding destination. Like,
Yeah.
over Jaipur, like my cousin told me.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm Rajasthani and I can tell you Udaipur, Jaipur are the spots to do wedding in. You can be like
Yay!
princess, queen vibes and like a Hava Mahal and everything.
Yes, I love that.
Wait, that's so fun. I feel like, okay, we've actually never talked about your wedding because I met you so many years after.
Yeah.
Was your wedding everything that you wanted, or was it at the time a different situation than you would have now?
No, I can still say with certainty that my wedding was like everything I ever
Oh,
dreamed
I love
of. And to be honest, like for the girls that aren't married yet, like everyone tells you, you know, it's the best day of your life. It really truly is.
Best day ever.
And it's not because of the stuff. Like everything ends up working out. Like you are so stressed. But like imagine all the people you've ever loved in your whole life times 2, because it's you and your husband. And it's like you'll never get that kind of assortment of people in your life ever again. So it's like the love that you feel from everyone, it gives you this indescribable euphoric high that it carries like through the rest of like at least a few months. Like it's such
for
an
sure.
an amazing feeling. It's so beautiful. Like, and yes, like I was really happy I got the lehenga I wanted, and like, you know, all the decorations came out really nice, and there were some hiccups, but it was just like you just always remember that, like,
Yeah.
tangibly, you
I
know?
just felt the same way. I feel like my wedding was just so fun. Like,
Yeah.
I really did it to the max.
Yeah.
Every day I was up till 5 a.m., just partying with my friends, being with my family.
Yeah.
I talked to every single person, made it super personable.
Aw.
And I thought I would be tired, but then the next day, the adrenaline of being around everybody in the room just
Yeah.
boosts you back up. I
Yeah.
did have an IV drip on my wedding day because I was so hungover.
That's so bougie.
That's
I kind of
mayo
love
coated.
it. That is mayo coated, like, schedule IV.
I literally had one. I had one on call every day and I didn't eat it. And so on the third day, I was like, I am not going to make it to this wedding if I don't get an IV
Yo,
drip.
I already know Neho had a bigger budget for her wedding because, like, again, our wedding was like like kind of financial ascension. I mean, we still made it work, but like it was like tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wish that I knew you right before,
I
before my
know.
wedding so you
I
could come
always-
to my wedding.
I always say that too. And that's so I got like 30 minutes of sleep though, because like we had to cram like the
Yeah.
Sangeet and then like the wedding and reception. Like, so the Sangeet was the night before, wedding and reception the next day. So I was like partying at the Sangeet, got 30 minutes of sleep, had to wake up to do my makeup. And then literally for when I was getting ready for the reception, my makeup artist was like, Justine, you're falling asleep. Like, it was just crazy. And then by the time the after party came, I like lasted for 30 minutes and then I passed the fuck out.
Dude, my favorite part of my wedding is our Haldi turned into a pool party after.
Oh.
And so it was like, because it was in Thailand. And so there was, everyone was in
Wait,
there.
your wedding was in Thailand?
Yeah.
How do I not know that?
I actually feel like we haven't talked about my wedding before.
Yeah.
That's a whole, I'll show you my wedding video one day.
Wait, so like White Lotus.
Very White Lotus.
Did you do it at a hotel then?
We did it at a hotel, and
Which
so
hotel?
it was called Avani, and so it was in like one of the islands near, or not islands. I would say it was 2 hours away from Phuket.
Okay.
And
Is
so-
that like Koh Samui?
No, it's called Khao Lak.
Okay.
So yeah, it was just like very beautiful. 3 days long, 11 events, crazy.
Oh my god, 11?
Insane, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed.
We
Wait,
need to go watch wedding videos later because I want to see yours too.
Yeah, wait, what designer did you wear?
Amit Agarwal. I wore Tarun Talyani.
For your actual like ceremony, what did you wear?
I wore Ashiana Couture, and then for my Sangeeta, I wore Sunena Kera.
Oh my god, I don't even know any of these except the rune.
I feel like a lot of them are on the come up of this year. Like Sunena Kera has been one of the, she's like the Seema Gujral, Sunena Kera, and they've
Mhm.
been like the very big ones of the last couple years.
And then did you wear red for your ceremony?
I did. I
Same.
saw your wedding outfit. I
I wore
loved it.
red.
What did you end up wearing?
Anita Dong. But the reason I particularly like Anita is because she has like such a variety of options. Like, whereas I feel like Manish, it's kind of like one style where it's like really glitzy, but then Anita has like pichvai.
Oh,
She
yeah.
has like the pichvai, but she'll also have like a Bollywood kind of look, or she'll also have like, so she just has like a lot of diversity in her. And I think the price is a little bit more reasonable.
Oh,
than what
for
I
sure.
thought.
I think so I was originally going to go Sabyasachi for my
Yeah.
wedding, but same issue. The ones that I wanted in my price range, there was only one available, and they said no customization. They couldn't like fix anything, and it wasn't my style. And so I was like, no, I want something that's more customizable. I
Right.
want like a sweetheart neck, or I want
Yeah.
like flowers on it. It's
Right.
something that's your taste.
That was exactly like like that was good with what Anita had too. They had like
love
a
that.
lot of options in terms of the blouses because I'm a little bit more like modern in the way
Yeah.
that I dress. And also as Indian girls, like, can we take a break from the 3/4 sleeve?
Oh my God, wait, do you want to hear a story? So I
Yeah.
didn't want to do that, and my mom made me do that because she's like, it looks ethereal. And here's the thing, I think that you can go away from it. I completely think fashion has changed and the 3/4 sleeves are evolving and stuff.
Yeah.
However, I did try them and looked at them side by side, and you look more like a bride when you wear the 3/4 sleeves. 'Cause
Really?
yes. And it's actually insane how the difference is because
Yeah.
you just look so much more ethereal with like the dupatta and the sleeves. It's actually life changing. And I told my mom, I was like, I was so mad at you.
Okay, my thing is like you're not a bride if you don't have a nose ring.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a nose
I
ring?
did have a nose
Okay,
ring.
okay. Because I thought, okay. No, so I knew like when I tried on my blouse too, like my mom and my oldest sister were gonna be pissed because it was super deep. It was a tank top and it was like a little bit higher. So when I came out, they were just like I could tell they were shaking their heads and I was like, it's my fucking wedding. Like, I don't even give a fuck. I am just not, I've never been a sleeves girl. I don't like sleeves unless they're like really loose. Like, you will not catch me in a sleeve.
I mean, a lot of Sabya's stuff is not, it's sleeveless and it looks
Yeah.
amazing. So
Yeah.
I think it just depends. But I'm saying it from a perspective of somebody who didn't like sleeves. And when I tried it on, for me personally, it
Yeah.
elevated. And I think
It
there's this-
elevated your
like nowadays, we're like, we don't need it. Do we need it? Do we not need it? I think an advice for brides is try both and see
Yeah.
what looks good on you because sometimes knocking off the sleeves, it might actually look amazing.
Yeah. And also, I got another tip. Actually, this isn't even really a tip. This was stupid. I was like, you can get 2 different parkas.
Oh, I know that is a good tip. You
Yeah.
should get two different ones.
Because,
one for
well,
here and one
yeah.
for here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What did you do it for?
No, that's what I was gonna say. So then I was right.
Yeah, it's a great
I lost confidence in my tip.
No, the great tip.
No, but I loved Anita. I feel like it was like that Taylor Swift kind of red too. So it was
I
like a
loved
really
your
true
lehenga,
red.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
The other thing I was gonna say is I had a horrible experience with Tarun Talyani. You know that, people.
Ooh.
Worst experience ever.
I had a horrible experience with Frontier Ross. Fuck them.
Oh my god, everyone says Frontier Ross sucks.
Yeah, fuck Frontier Ross.
Dude.
Are you listening?
Wait, what happened with you?
They just like they act like they're so professional and they're so on it. And then like they wouldn't ship my lehenga to me and it wasn't in the correct sizes. Like it was just a nightmare and a half to try to get the fucking lehenga. And I had to prove to multiple people that I paid for it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like you remember me from the store. It was just such bad customer service as soon as you left. But I had an amazing experience with Anita. 10 out of 10.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah, they're amazing. Like the sizing, everything. And even when we went to the Ambani wedding, like because we didn't find out until like a week before that we were even going. I texted them like 2 days before and they were like, we got you. And they like came to my hotel, like measured me, brought the lehengas so I could try them. And even the blouse was a little tight. So then they brought it back, altered it. So I've only had amazing experiences with Anita.
Dude, for me, with the Tarun situation, they gave me my lehenga. First of all, it was a month late. Thank God I lied about the date and stuff, or else what if it didn't come for my wedding?
That's
and
crazy.
when the quality
because
of it,
they're also they're a high fashion designer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you expect really good quality, but they gave me this outfit. The gems were coming off. It was a whole fiasco. We actually ended up getting our money back. It was $7,000, and my father-in-law went to India and went off on the management. And was like, my daughter-in-law had gems falling off. You guys have horrible customer service. You know what else they did?
What?
They're sending people's sizes around, and they're laughing about it. So they sent us a picture of somebody's size, and it was XLL or something, and she sent laughing emojis. And she's like, oh my God, look at this size. And she accidentally sent it to my husband. Nav responds going, it's not nice to send people sizes. And she's like, sorry, by mistake, and deleted the messages.
What?
They're sending people sizes. Be aware, ladies. What if they're sending like my size around or somebody else's size around talking about it?
Anyone who still body shames in 2025,
oh God,
you're a fucking loser.
Literally.
Like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, so what if I'm a fucking XL?
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of my face.
Everyone's saying that ever since Tarun Talyani, Tarun is no longer the CEO or founder anymore. And somebody took it over, and the quality of the brand has gone down because of that.
That happens.
And so you see, like, that he's competing now with the Manishas and the Sabias, but I think they're just moving forward. I mean, now, like, these guys are in Desi clothes are becoming more mainstream as we see it on celebrities and stuff.
So we're not ordering from Tarun.
No more Tarun.
I didn't even know who he was. To be honest. Like, I vaguely heard about it. But I've had good experiences with Anita. Well, this one was controversial. I did have a good experience with Papa Don't Preach, but then
I did too. I love Papa Don't Preach.
Yeah.
But I have a really good relationship with Shubika. So Shubika is like she used to be on my old podcast, and she custom designed my engagement party outfit. So it's never been worn. And because of that, I went to the store in India, met with her, she measured me, did it all properly, similar to your Anita Dongre experience.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, when you have a good relationship with the designer, they will give you top tier quality.
Well, I don't know the designer personally. I just ordered a dress for my birthday.
Your last birthday or your 30th?
My 30th.
Speaking of birthdays, Miss Girl.
Yeah.
Miss Girl.
Oh,
yeah. Leo energy girl.
Yeah.
Your birthday is coming up.
Oh, I know. I'm going to be 32. It's crazy. Okay. So me and Nehal were talking about why your 30s are definitively so much better than your 20s. And there's a few reasons. So one, you have more disposable income.
I was going to say more money.
Yeah.
Less problems.
Exactly. And then two, I just feel like I've really grown as a person where I feel like I just feel more secure about myself.
Yeah.
I feel more secure about my friendships now that I've like been building in my 20s that feel like true like sisterhood bonds. And I feel like I've curated basically this amazing support system with family, friends, going to therapy. I've worked on, relationships that maybe were not in the best place and have gotten better. I've gotten better at makeup. Like I'm doing social media. So I feel like I've really just grown into who I am as a person. I've grown in my relationship. Fingers crossed that we might be getting a new dog.
Oh my God.
So I'm like really excited for that. I'm sure my mother-in-law will be thrilled that we're getting a dog before we have a baby. Another dog.
Well, technically still a grandkid if you think about it.
If you think about it, a 4-legged grandkid.
No.
So I don't know. I just feel like your 30s are just so much better.
Your 20s are for experimenting. You're
Yeah.
still trying to figure out who you are, what you like, what you want to do. And now your 30s you got to like live the life that you've been working so hard to want and manifest and
Exactly.
everything. Like this year especially, I felt like so much has happened. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously I met you, which has been amazing, but it's like you're so much more intentional with the things that you do. You're
Yes.
intentional about your relationship, your time, your like how much bandwidth you have, what
Yes.
you want to do career-wise,
Yes.
work-wise. And sometimes I think like maybe it is because of the relationships we're in. And like in my 20s, I was focused on making money and like growing on myself. And now I can take a little bit of a backseat.
Yeah.
And my husband has allowed me to do that. And so because of that, I do feel grateful. But at the same time, we're truly living. We're
Yeah.
truly living in your
Yeah,
30s.
that's a thing. Oh my God, I love that you said that. It's like truly living life where in your 20s, I feel like you're just hanging on, you're questioning everything. And I mean, for me, I was definitely dealing with a lot of like mental health issues and just like health issues in general that I didn't know like the underlying causes of. And I feel like so grateful now to my husband to have the privilege of like, okay, I get to do this with you. Okay, I get to do social media. And it's so crazy. Like when I look back at my life and I was 18 years old, I would have like these lists of movies that I would just like watch over and over again because, like high school really wasn't my vibe. And so a lot of the movies were based in New York, like Devil Wears Prada, Hitch, like those kind of movies. And I would just dream of like living in New York City and like wearing like a Burberry trench coat of all things and just like small little things that you think of. And like when you get to actually do that in your real life and you're like, oh my God, I made it. Like I can see the Empire State Building by my window and I have a Burberry trench coat. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not just about the things, but it's like the energy that you feel like, oh my God, I've accomplished this now. What a breath of fresh air. And like, obviously, I'm so grateful to my husband. I'm so grateful to God. I'm grateful I met you. So it's just like, I love that.
I always say, like, yes, I do come from a place of privilege. Like, if my parents didn't come to America, they didn't put in the work, and
Yeah.
like certain things happen for a reason, stuff. But I think a lot of the life that you for yourself and a lot of the life that you manifest is a lot of our own hard work.
Yeah.
There were heartbreaks, there was heartaches, there was everything.
Yeah.
And to get me to the point today of me just being, I feel like the best version of myself.
Yeah.
And I feel like on that note, also, it's like finding a therapist who really understands you, really working on yourself and being like, I want to be good
Yeah.
for me and the people around me
Yeah.
so that I can keep growing and becoming a better version of myself.
Mhm.
Speaking of therapy
Yeah.
and therapists and dentists and doctors,
And mental
you've
health.
yeah, and mental health. You've been at the dentist for like what, 2 weeks now? What is going on with your mouth, girl?
Yo, honestly, my tooth has been throwing me off. I have tooth pain. You know what I mean? No, so I don't know why. I swear to God, I'm not even like, this is no cap. I brush twice a day, every day, floss, mouthwash, the whole thing. But I had like 3 fillings that I needed to get done. So I'm like, okay, let me be proactive and not wait. Like I didn't have a toothache or anything. And then I've just had this like existing pain, but now like the gum line is exposed. So it's like causing a lot of sensitivity. So this has been like an ongoing issue for the past 2 weeks where like I'll wake up and I'll like voice message Neha, like, don't feel like TikToking today. I have tooth pain.
Yeah,
you know?
and she's like, my mouth hurts. I'm like, what did you and Akash do last night? And then she's like, no, I went to the dentist, you idiot. You know what's really funny? So dentists can tell when you suck dick.
Yeah.
Like
I've heard that.
so like my sister-in-law's sister is a
There's,
dentist,
like-
and she's like, there's abrasions in the back of your throat or something. Not mine, but I'm just saying the average.
Same, not mine.
Not mine, but there's
Nowhere to be found.
there's abrasions that you can see, and like when they're doing your cleaning, they can be like, "Damn, she sucked dick last night." Isn't that invasive? Knowing that they would know that.
Yeah. I also feel like it's like kind of like that cute little relationship you have. She's like, oh girl, I see you.
Not
I got
if it's
you.
an Indian auntie doctor who's
No,
like,
you
"Girl,
can't
what?"
go to those doctors. Honestly, if I'd probably gone to an Indian auntie doctor, I probably wouldn't have this like 2 week like lingering pain either.
Wait, do you have Indian doctors in general?
I do have an Indian derm. Shout out Rishi Chopra.
Dude, if I hear his name one more time.
It depends. Like, are you talking about auntie Indian or like our kind of Indian?
So my doctor, so I moved to New Jersey and I was looking for a new doctor, a new dentist, everything because I have new insurance here. And when I was looking to see if the doctor's cute. So I would go find the doctor, then I'd go on their like online profile and be like, is the doctor cute or pretty? And then I would call them, and if they had a cute voice, I'd be like, okay, I'm signing with you.
So you didn't care about their education.
No,
It
I
was
saw
just a-
MD or whatever. DO. No, you're not supposed to go DO. I don't know. Don't hold me. Don't hold this against me. There's something that you're supposed to go for and something you're not supposed to go.
I mean, DO videos. If you look up a doctor, it's good if you look at their education because it kind of informs like what background they have.
Okay, I should have probably done that, but my doctors were fire and they were cute.
Like if they're easy on the eyes, like maybe the vibes will
The
vibe.
vibes were vibing. I was like, I
Yeah.
could be your friend one day. But no, I was saying with doctors, I always need them to be South Asian. Especially my OBGYN needs to be South Asian and also my
Oh, that's
everyday doctor.
interesting.
Because I just feel like they get it.
Yeah.
They know like the certain things that happen in South Asian health and they see genes, etc.
Yeah.
Especially with OBGYN and stuff. I feel like more candid having conversations with them.
Oh, that kind of makes sense. I
Yeah,
like that.
but
yeah.
the worst is when it's like one of your mom's friends growing up, and you're
No.
forced to go there. They're like, "How many drinks did you have?" And you're like, "0." Have you ever smoked? Never.
Sexually active?
No.
No. Even though I'm married.
Wait, what about therapists? Is your therapist South Asian?
No, my therapist is like a tried and true white girl. I think she's Jewish. Love her though. Her name's Jessica. I don't know. Like, I also have good vibes with girls that are named like because my nickname is Jessie, Jasleen. Like,
So you would shame me for finding a cute doctor, but you want a same name kind of person?
okay, fine.
Don't shame me. Don't cute shame me.
Okay, fine. There is good juju with Jessicas, Jessies, like something with the J names. Like I really gravitate towards. But no, she's been absolutely amazing. Obviously, I've like told her my fucking childhood trauma, and I do have to give her a little bit of context. And even though she does it, like there is a bit of a culture gap, I feel like she's really done her best to overcome that with so much understanding. And she's never like push me where like if I've ever had issues with my mom or sister, she'd be like, ew, what the fuck? Like you should go no contact. It's never been like that. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. I definitely understand with her upbringing and with your upbringing. Maybe it's something you guys could communicate about. Da, 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 da. So I absolutely am in love with my therapist. I don't know what I would do without her. She's actually going on maternity leave. So I feel like I'm gonna be lost for like
You can
3
send
months.
me voice memos, baby.
Yeah,
I'll be your therapist.
I'm gonna like be unhinged for a little bit and just like, yeah, come to you because I won't have her, but it's fine.
No, I'm the same. So I had a white therapist
Mhm.
at the beginning in my mid 20s, and I actually loved her. Sweet girl, sweet
Mhm.
girl. But I could not relate. She could not relate to me in any way.
Yeah.
She gave such advice that was like, hey, you should just talk to your parents. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you that I got beat with a stick when I was younger, and you're telling me to talk to my parents? It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And I finally got a South Asian therapist in my late 20s, and I really liked her.
Yeah.
She was more of an auntie, but
Yeah.
it actually helped because she was very good at talking about intergenerational trauma,
Oh.
which I think was like a big key theme in my upbringing and my parents, etc.
Yeah.
And that really shaped me. I actually stopped going to therapy, I would say like a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I've used a lot of the tools that they have taught me to manage my anxiety.
Yeah.
Because therapy can't cure your anxiety. It can just
Yeah.
give you tools to manage it.
Right.
And I feel like it's been going really well. But I think, I've been living with my in-laws for a year. If anything changes there, and the second that happens, I'm calling up the therapist.
And I wonder if like you wanting a South Asian therapist is like kind of eldest daughter coded because you were really facing the brunt of like the parental pressure.
Yeah.
It's funny because I feel like we're both so similar, but to me, I was just like, okay, I just need like a bitch that understands. And there was a bit of a cultural gap, but I feel like she just really came on board really easily.
That's
with that
good though. And a lot of
Yeah.
them have changed and they're doing like a lot of diverse studies and stuff
Yeah.
where they are understanding these things. These things are being taught.
And my therapist is younger.
Yeah.
I would also say, like, I'm speaking from a place of privilege, but whenever I tried to find therapists that were covered, like in network, they were never very
They were
good.
not good.
Yeah. No offense. I kind of had to find someone out of network. And I also do want to give a tip. Make sure your therapist has a PhD or like a
Oh, yeah.
master's. People that are just licensed clinical social workers, like some of them might be good, but I think a majority of them just don't have the understanding, especially if you're dealing with like clinical anxiety, clinical OCD. Like you definitely want to see someone that just has more years of experience, like has done a residency or something similar. So definitely go for someone that has like a PhD or like a master's.
I really give accolades to health specialists who have social media accounts. So there's a lot of therapists that I follow on social media and stuff, and I think they do a really good job of articulating on TikTok like why you feel a certain way or things like that. I think it's a really good way for me to be like, I would be open to having a conversation with them in order to possibly sign them.
Maybe therapy is different.
Yeah.
I think more of like my brain goes to like dermatology or like plastic surgeons or whatever. So I'll kind of apply the same logic, but I feel like you're really good at social media. You're really good at marketing. I don't think that necessarily lends itself to you being good at patient care.
Okay.
And so that's why I almost get a little bit sus vibes if I see you popping off on social media. Not that I wouldn't have a conversation with you. If this is like your passion and this is what you care about, like just stick to that. Like like you know what I mean? It seems like kind of a conflict of
Yeah,
interest.
I have the totally opposite view. I'm like, damn, you're so good at what you do that you're taking your talents
Yeah.
and giving it to people for free. As social media content creators, I'm like, I know how much work that it goes into that. So I'm
Yeah.
like, kudos to you for being able to do that.
I think most people think like that, but think like how our brains are wired. Like
Yeah.
we want to be influencers. We are influencers, if I do
Yeah.
say so myself. We are content creators. So our goal is like engagement, followers, sponsorships. Like that's how our brains are wired. Now, when you take someone that's like in the field of medicine who like takes an oath for patient care, why are you overlapping two like opposing interests? It just doesn't
Hmm.
sit right with me. So
Like, is the goal for you to no longer be in medicine so you could be an influencer? Because
yeah,
then
it's
it's like
just
it doesn't make sense. Are you giving your full heart to what you're doing?
it's like just because I see you doing things on social media, I don't know your background. I don't know your education. I don't know what your specialty like research is. I don't know like what you've done in your fellowships or residencies. Like I don't know you how perform. All I know is that you do good on social media. That's great. And that's like my advice for girls in their 20s. Don't pick your doctor based on social media. That's my
Yeah, and
personal
it's
advice.
funny, and I have the opposite advice. So take what you want from me.
Take
My thing
take what
is,
you will.
if they're good on social, they probably know what the fuck they're talking about, and maybe it's
Maybe.
worth a conversation.
Yeah, maybe it's just
Wait, you
worth a
guys let us
conversation.
know, okay?
Yeah,
Maybe
try both.
try both, let us know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the things that are not spoken about is sometimes that trauma of having that dual identity.
Yeah.
Because you're in high school, you're too American at home, your parents are like, be more Indian, you're not cultured, you're not participating in anything. And then you get to school and it's like, you're too Indian.
Yeah.
Like, why are you bringing your cultural foods
Yeah,
home?
why are your legs hairy?
Yeah, why? What? Like, I had henna one day, and they were like, "Do you have a disease?" And like, you hate your culture because of that.
What a bitch. Who
I
said that
know.
to you?
I think because of that, it's like, yes, we had privilege, but I don't think you notice that until later in life.
Of
Because when
course.
you're living in it in your high school, you actually end up resenting your parents.
Yeah.
I for sure was like, "You guys had me. You made me move here, but then you're not happy with anything."
Yeah.
So where does that whole thing come to into like the way that you were brought up and everything?
That's so interesting. And this is something that my husband always says is like, when you think you're Indian in this country and then you go back to India and you're like, oh, I'm American. Like, I really have American tastes and cultures and I don't fit in here like I kind of thought I would. So it is actually harder than people think straddling two different identities. It's different being Indian America than let's say being another minority, like being black in America, where there's like maybe 14 or so percent of the population is black. I think less than 1% of the American population is South Asian. Like, I don't know if that's gone up. So it's like, what is the South Asian identity? I don't fucking
I
know.
have no idea.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess we're just like creating this path that we've like done for ourselves. But like, what does it really mean? And I think that's why sometimes you see us be more reactive to maybe the coverage at the Met Gala with like Shah Rukh Khan and Diljit Dosanjh. It's like, well, why didn't they get the proper coverage? You know, because growing up, Bollywood was a lot of our connection to India and Indian food and Indian restaurants and Indian clothes. When I was getting ready for the Ambani wedding, one of the makeup artists, she was helping me and I wanted to put a tikka on, which if you don't know is like a head jewelry piece. And she was like, "No, don't wear a tikka." And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "That's such an NRI thing." And it's like funny because it's like that just lends an example to like how we kind of lean into these like Indian kind of things that make us feel more Indian. But the Indians in India, they don't have to prove anything to anyone. So they're like, oh, I don't need to wear this, or I don't need to wear a bindi. I don't need to do this. Like, I am Indian. But I feel like we're always to kind of having to prove ourselves to, I don't know, the world.
I agree. It's
Yeah.
like not it's the same thing like I said, it's not being Indian enough, being too American or not being
Yeah.
American enough. And I think this plays into a lot of things, especially in the workspace and stuff. So I
Mhm.
remember in a lot of meetings, people are like, speak up, but at home you're taught to speak down, be quiet, don't disrespect your elders.
Yeah.
And I saw that come into when I was in meetings where people are constantly calling on me, but I couldn't get myself to speak up because I wasn't
Mm.
used to it.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of the things that we just learned as children and we also learned as we grew up, it's hard to connect all the dots and
Mhm.
it really like shapes your identity. I really went from being embarrassed of my culture in high school. Like I hated being Indian. Like I hated
Mm.
it. I thought that I just couldn't fit in. I hated all the stigma that came around with it. And also, I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of microaggressions and racism growing up and stuff that even now I think about. Like I remember a guy asking me, does your dad work at 7-Eleven? Is your dad like this person from The Simpsons? Or does your dad, is he a telemarketer? And I was like, haha, no, he's not. But I'm like, that's fucking racist. Like,
Yeah.
stop asking me if my parents do this. My dad fucking owns a business, okay, bitch? He got
Yeah.
buy you motherfucking out, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's not do that right
Also,
now.
7-Elevens are, like, really lucrative
I
businesses,
know.
as are Dunkin' Donuts, as are gas stations, like, y'all are sleeping on these franchise businesses. I have to say too, I had a similar experience. So, I remember I went to my neighbor's house and, like, her mom was like, "Oh, they're all over at, like, Logan's house," or whatever. That's actually her name. Fuck this bitch, I don't care. I won't say her last name, though. I'll be, like, a little bit nice. And I knock on the door at Logan's house, and every single kid on my block was at her house except me. So she opens the door and it's like, I just remember this so viscerally. It's like every kid from every house on our block except me. And I was like, "Oh, I was just seeing if so and so was here." And she was like, "Oh." Like she didn't even invite me. And it's like, was it because I was brown? You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, I feel like I had that similar experience of these microaggressions. It's like, okay, is it because I was brown? Probably. Because I think, like, based on what you're saying, you also grew up in like a really homogenous school in
Yeah.
town, like very, very white, like maybe only a
So
couple
white.
Indians. Yeah. And also, like, my dad wore a turban post 9/11. So if like that
Oh,
wasn't like
wow,
a
yeah.
target already, like, yeah.
It's just so crazy to think about because I do feel like times have changed, but also at the same time, I feel like South Asians' biggest haters are other South Asians too.
Mm.
And I feel like because of that, even the creator space and everything is getting so saturated. Like I used to go to all these like events in New York and stuff where a bunch of people are getting invited to premieres or brown events and things like that. And I just used to feel like they're bringing the same people in the room all the time. And
Yeah.
I feel like there was no community there. You would do the same small talk. You would say
Mhm.
hello, you'd ask about people's social media. It felt so not connected. It was
Mhm.
like we're all being fake for what? And then you go home and nobody comments on your photos, nobody hypes you up. So it was like, what was the point of meeting at the in the first place?
Do you feel competitive with other like brown girl creators?
I actually don't feel competitive because I'd rather be the only brown girl in a non-brown space than be another brown girl in a saturated brown girl space.
Mm.
And I think because of that, I have diversified my content, and I know that you have too. Like,
Yeah.
yes, always stand for the brown girlies. I always like love giving like wedding tip advice or like things that in my marriage and stuff. And I am brown, but being South Asian is a part of my identity. It's not my full identity.
I agree.
And that was the biggest thing creating my content I wanted to do because I think if you pigeonhole yourself in one box, you can't reach a bigger public, and I would rather bring my culture to non-South Asians.
Yeah.
After my wedding blew up, everybody was like, "I wanna go to an Indian wedding. I really wanna wear Indian clothes," and these are non-brown people,
Mhm.
and so that's what I wanna do.
Piggybacking off of that, I feel like there is some side eyeing always from other
Oh,
brown girls.
yeah.
I do feel like brown girls are just catty with one another. And I feel like I experienced that a lot. And I had a hard time making other brown girl friends. I don't know what it is. It's like it's an insecurity, it's a jealousy thing. It could just be me.
I do think it's the influencer space. Like for me personally, whenever like a brown girl comments on my TikToks, I really try to respond. If they
Yeah.
DM me, I'll send them a thoughtful DM back. I would do that, but I don't think others would do that for me. And so
Mm,
because of that, I don't focus on the really top creators and creating a relationship with them because I don't see them ever liking my content or
reaching out
commenting or
or
anything.
following.
So I'd rather go with the micro influencers and the genuine people to create a
Yeah.
community, which is why we created this
Which is how we
podcast.
met.
No, but this is why I wanted to start this podcast with you
Yeah.
because I'm like, I don't want to go and have this unattainable life where
Yeah.
people are like, we can't relate to these people. This is what happens with a lot of influencers. My
Yeah.
sister was telling me, she's like, I follow influencers and then they get too big and they
Let's talk
forget.
about this actually.
Yeah, let's like they get too big and then it's hard to relate to them anymore and they don't even care about their community as much.
So this unattainable conversation is really cool because I want to give the opposing side. At the same time, I think people on TikTok can be so toxic, so parasocial, where it's like when you're a micro influencer like Alex Searle, well, I don't know. I mean, I started following
She's
her.
not
When
micro.
no, yeah, I'm saying before,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Before she blew up and maybe she started posting about her acne, you're like, oh my God, I feel so seen. I have acne too. That's so cool. And then you see her start to get some traction. You're like, wow, I love her. I follow her, this and that. But then she gets to a certain point where maybe she's getting invited to really cool premieres. She's on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Like her body is tea. She's getting all these cool brand deals. And you're like, well, wait, maybe this like feeling of jealousy comes up, and I don't think people
Mhm.
identify it as such. And this feeling of insecurity where it's like maybe deep down you also want to create content or you want to do something similar because you're working at this 9 to 5 and you don't get to do these same cool things. So then you see a comment like, oh, but her boobs are fake, and you like it, or you like it kind
Yeah.
of justifies this feeling of insecurity that you have. And I hate that shit. And like, I'm not saying that I've never felt jealous. Like, that's a natural human emotion, but like, be cognizant of the way you're reacting to it because it's like no one is stopping you from opening up your camera and doing this shit. And guess what? Like, I forget, someone said this on TikTok, but the entry cost of influencing or content creating is you're gonna feel embarrassed.
And you're gonna be cringe.
And who the fuck cares? Just go past that.
I think the thing with Alex Earl, though, that she's done well is, sure, there's haters and people are jealous of her success and how big she's gotten.
Yeah.
But what she has done that is quite amazing is she stayed true to her roots.
Mm,
And that level of relatability has never gone away.
I
She
agree.
parties. She's hungover. She's going to an event.
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to an event, but knowing that she's a little miserable is like, ha! Okay, I've been there before. And that's what makes her amazing.
I think she's exactly like, you hit the nail on the head, like that relatability with
Yeah.
her. Even though she's like 7 million followers now, anytime she doesn't get ready with me, I'm sad.
Locked
because,
and loaded.
yeah, because I feel like she's like still talking to me,
Yeah.
and like she's still like, oh, I need to cover my back acne. Like, you're
And
such
she's updating me with her life.
a transparent queen.
Yeah.
Like, I still love her.
And I think
like,
a lot of times, like, okay, this is the other part of the argument that I was talking about. So I watch social media and I follow influencers because I feel like they're relatable and maybe they can provide some insights in the life or things that they're going through. And
Yeah.
I love that. Then there's the people who say they follow influencers because their life is so unattainable because they're like, oh, we like to just see their lives, but we can't relate to
it's
it.
escapist.
Yeah. Where do you fall into what you like to follow?
I'm both. Like, I love the escapist stuff. I love like the Becca Blooms, the Paige Lorenzes, the Morgan Riddles, because it's also like, for me, even though it's escapist, it lends itself to me manifesting. It's like, who am I not to have this kind of life? Like, why can't I have this
But
life
you don't
one
feel
day?
jealous of like those people.
I think a little bit, yeah. Like, I'm not saying I haven't felt jealous, but I would say, like, in my 30s, since
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a more evolved person, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. I really want this for myself. I really want this. I would love to have an opportunity like this. I would love to, and I think that's also come too after actually posting content. I think before maybe it would be more jealousy coded, and now it's more like, oh, I'm adding this to my vision board, or like, yes, I want to do this. So yes, I love the escapist shit and I love adding that kind of stuff to the things I manifest, but I also love like the relatability stuff too.
I think what you said is beautiful because obviously jealousy does come to people and it's a thought process that happens. You're
It's
like,
a
oh,
normal
You're like, oh,
emotion.
damn, I felt something. Like, what do I feel? And
Yeah.
I feel like therapy has taught me what those emotions are. But one thing I always tell myself when I see something that somebody wants on social media,
Mhm.
if I don't like it or if I don't comment on it, I feel like that to me is a sign of I feel jealous of it. Because if you
Mm.
did truly like it and you're happy for them, you would like it. So every time I feel that,
Oh.
I go online and I'm like, oh, damn, like she went on a red carpet. Damn, I wish I could do that. But you know what? I'm so happy for her. And I trained myself to thinking that way. And I really think it's brought a lot of positivity into my life where I'm like, good for you, girl. You get the red carpet. I'll get the next one. I get the next one.
I haven't done that yet. I feel like
I'll take you to my next one.
so it's
You went to a fucking Ambani wedding. Shut up. Did you see the Kardashians there?
yeah, I did. Actually, yeah.
Did you meet them?
So she was like kind of like where you are, and I was like standing there, like just staring at her, like, should I go up? So Kim, sorry if you saw me staring at you. I wanted to get a selfie, but I didn't. But I did get a selfie. Like, I saw Varun Dhawan there, and I saw Sonakshi Sinha. I saw
Why'd
like
you say it like that?
how do you say it?
Sonakshi Sinha?
Well, okay, this is like where the NRI comes into play. Like, I can't pronounce everyone's names correctly. Like, I know how to pronounce Punjabi names, but like, I don't know.
You think my name was like Jabol Nihal, Sonihal or some shit?
I know. I just say Nail Tanani Mawani. But
Well, okay, not gonna lie. When I heard your name for the first time, I called you Jasleen so many times, and my husband was also calling you Jasleen. And then when I hung out with you, I was like, by the way, it's Jasleen, Jasleen. But also when you said, like, when I asked you what your nickname was, you said Jessie, and so I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Jessie Koine.
Jessie Koine.
Jessie Koine. Maybe I should try that
You
exercise.
should. Okay, I'm telling you, you'll feel a lot better.
Ew, no, I fucking won't. Like,
I feel better when I do it.
I feel like that's like too
You're the type to like it, then like
No,
the
I
next day
feel like-
you're gonna unlike it.
No, you're like too much into the bettering yourself. I like want to better myself to a point. Like, it's like, I don't want to be too much of a good person, because then who am I? Where's Jasleen?
Where's the growth then?
It's
If I'm
just-
already the best fucking version of
It's
myself.
like, yeah, I have that little bit of that bitchy side that needs to be preserved
Oh, the bitchy side
and
still comes
maintained.
out, baby. But to me, I'm like, why am I gonna bring that bitchy side out to a random human being?
Okay, fine. I'll try it. I guess I'll try it. I mean, I'm still micro in this bitch. I want to talk about stage parents, because how do you feel like someone, okay, maybe I'll say the name, we can bleep it out, but how do you feel like someone like, or like mommy influencers that like feature their kids in their videos because I know, and our husbands have talked about this. Nav and Akash hate them. And
Yeah.
I was wondering how you feel.
There's this influencer I follow, I'm obsessed with her. I like that she shows the back of her kids a lot.
Mm.
And so they're always in the videos and they're making food together, but it's the back of them. I think at some point it's okay to like show your kids and stuff, but it has to be for what reason are you doing it? It's your
Yeah.
intention. Are you doing it because of views? Are you doing it because you like the comments and what people are saying? Or is it genuinely because you're showing your family? And the
Yeah.
second it gets to the first one, I don't think it's worth it.
I agree. This was controversial when I said it, and I was saying it regarding a specific like brown mommy influencer, if that's not obvious. But the thing is, I really like her content, but I do feel like your child under the age of 18 is not consenting to do tween bedtime routines. And that's where it feels icky to me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I do like the content. I love the representation, but it's like I can't say that I would do the same with a child. Featuring your kids in the background of videos because it's, your life is fine, but I think having them like as the star, it just feels weird because they're not old enough to really consent. And similarly, there's no laws that require you to set money aside for them, and you very well could be doing that, and, like, I could be, like, putting, my foot in my mouth, but a lot of these mommy influencers aren't, and I think it's fucked up that our lawmakers still haven't, like, made that a thing. Like, I know California has Coogan accounts, but that's only 15% or whatever the fuck.
I'm gonna give one more perspective on it. So the Ace family had a daughter named Elle, and they were very much involved in like the entire Ace family. She was
Oh,
the
she
cutest
was
thing.
the
Yeah.
one on Call Her Daddy, right?
No, she's 7 years old.
No, but the Ace
Oh,
family,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
mom was
Catherine
a
McBroom. Yeah. So Austin cheated on her. They got
Yeah,
divorced,
yeah.
whole situation. And so I loved watching Elle and their kids on their family channel and stuff. And ever since they broke up and got a divorce, Elle wants to be her own influencer. She's 8 years old. She's like, oh, I want to do my makeup routine. Dad, can I do an unboxing and things like that? Where does that fall into what you're saying?
Mhm.
If the kids have grown up, it's kind of like celebrity kids or nepo babies. If the kids have grown up around cameras and they're saying, I want to be on camera, I want to do this, then where does the argument that you're giving come into play? Because
Fine,
when
go
can
to
they
college and do it after. That's literally me and Akash have this conversation because he's in the entertainment space. I'm
Yeah.
aspiring to be in the entertainment space. You want to be an actor? Great. Go to college. You can do it after. Because then you're more emotionally mature. You're more emotionally evolved. You can handle the kind of cutthroat industry it is. I don't want a high schooler doing it at that age.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
gosh,
I would not put my kid into acting under the age of 18.
I have the complete opposite view.
Really?
Yeah, if my kid came to me and she was 14, 15 years old, she has a passion for cooking, she has a passion for drawing, she has a passion for just talking to the camera, I'd be like, let's start a YouTube vlog. Let's get you going. If you can prove to me that you don't need college in order to
Yeah.
be successful, don't go to college.
Okay.
Don't go to college.
That's fair.
And so that's crazy. We disagree so hard.
We disagreed so
Oh
hard.
my God. We started off being like, yeah, we see each other. We see eye to eye. And
Yeah.
then complete different. If you can prove to me that you don't need to go to college, would I want you to absolutely get an education? Maybe I could homeschool you, but actually with my genes, probably not.
So I see what you're saying, but my concern is not even like I get if the child wants to do it, but I feel like the spaces that they could potentially be in, like similarly to your parents not wanting you to be in sleepovers and the kind of people that are on the internet, I just don't even want to expose them because let's say all else, your child starts making YouTube videos at 14, they're gonna see hate comments.
Oh, for sure. But no, that as a parent, I think it's your job to monitor and things like that. So if my
But
child
it's
was to do that-
inevitable. Don't you think it's
It is
inevitable? They're
inevitable.
going to see hate
Yes, but
comments
that's gonna
about
happen
themselves.
anyways.
But I don't
Kardashian
think
released a sex tape. Her kids are gonna see that one day.
But I don't think at 14 that they can be I don't think they're gonna be able to handle that at that age.
So
I
no.
think wait till they're 18, 20, 21. You even better yet, start a YouTube vlog when you're in college.
Okay, so I give the example of Kim and North and stuff.
Mhm.
North does not have access to her TikTok account. Kim runs the account. Kim posts the video. North just posts the videos in
Mhm.
general. She creates them. And so I'm sure everyone's talking about her and her videos on the side. She's obviously a celebrity. I'm not comparing myself to her. In any
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
But I'm saying at least I can monitor the content that's being posted or what people are saying or turn off comments. Every single one of her videos have comments off.
Yeah, I mean, I think that seems like a good way
Yeah.
to do it. So,
Because why? Okay, we love Nepo babies. I
Yeah.
love a good Nepo baby. I'm not going to fucking lie.
yeah, I'm a Nepo wife.
Nepo wife right here.
Yeah.
And so why you're saying that if you are going to get to at least like 5 million followers, suppose, and you have a kid and they eventually want to reap the benefits of your followers, your PR boxes and your growth, you're not going to be like, do it. I feel like
I
you're going to get to a space where you're going to be like, I want to do that. Fine, do it. Show me that you're worth it.
I will say do it once you turn 18. Again, like
Okay.
I will die on this hill and I don't know why. I mean, I know why, like, I'm saying it, but I
Yeah.
don't know why I'm saying it so, like, strongly, but look,
And
maybe
you guys have been through the fame circle. Right now, you're going through it right now.
yeah.
So maybe you have a different perspective. I haven't reached that yet.
No, but I mean, look, maybe I'll give myself a little 10% of wiggle room, like, maybe I'll feel differently, but I really don't think I would. Like, if I had a daughter and she came to me at 16, like, "Okay, I wanna do vlogs," again, I would say, "Okay, well, you're gonna wait." Like, I feel protective in that way,
Yeah.
and I think it's hard to say because we don't have kids yet,
Exactly.
so this is, like, some gray area, but I totally see what you're saying. I think we just have different opinions
Like,
about it.
there's that girl who interviews celebrities who's like 10 years
Oh,
old.
Jazz? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like obsessed with her. I'm like, that is what I aspire for my daughter to be. If she wants to get there, yeah, she
Really?
wants to do that. Amazing. Like,
Yeah.
have the social skills,
Yeah.
be able to ask questions, be a podcaster if you want.
See, but then I feel like that's what Girl Scouts are for, or like dance
I was in
recitals.
Girl Scouts.
Right, but I'm saying that those are like normal, like girl
I'm
group
not-
activities.
I'm
like
not
not
saying-
putting yourself online
For
for
sure.
strangers.
I'm not
and
saying-
like regardless of Kim and North's, like let's say she does turn her TikTok comments off, people can still cut it up and post
Oh,
it on
for
all these
sure.
other. So it's like I just feel like I just don't even want the
Yeah.
opportunity to present itself. I like we don't even like dealing with
I
hate
know.
comments. We're 30 years old and it's like no human brain is designed to deal with people constantly judging you, and it's like a different like thicker skin that you have to build. It's like a very crazy skill set that your brain never knew that you needed.
Yeah. And then my other point back to that is also like, okay, fine, they're 21 or whatever, you said 18 and they
Yeah.
want to start their social media account. Then it's like, wouldn't it have been better if they had some preparations before going into it, kind of blinded and everything?
But 18, you're such a baby. Like
You
I
really
feel
are.
like
You really are.
I feel like at 31 and
I'm
30,
barely an adult right
yeah,
now.
like it's like we're just getting started. Like there's so much
Yeah.
time. Like you don't have to start under that age when you're still like you're just emotionally not developed and mature.
I think for me, I would never push it. I would never ever ask my
Right.
child to do it. I wouldn't even introduce it to them. But
Yeah.
if they were to come one day to me and say, I want to try and post this on TikTok, or I really think that I have something special, I'm going to see the spark through for my
Okay.
kid. And I'm going to be like, why don't we try it out?
Yeah.
And like, if it doesn't work out, I will protect them as much as I can.
Yeah.
But I don't ever want to rob them of the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I
and maybe
see
that's
that.
my,
I see that too.
Oh, that was a very good debate.
Yeah.
Oh, opposites. This is our first episode of Main Character Pod. Leave your
We are
comments
gonna
below.
be Huda twerking in the Hamptons.
Oh,
Should
yeah.
we try for the camera?
Yeah, okay.
I heard you need to bend your. Hold on.
Hey, touch your toes! Hide your fucking toes, bitch!
This is how me and Nail
I
scissor.
feel like we're reaching to Lulu hours on this podcast. And this is the image we're gonna leave you guys with. Bye!